Alright, 1 second. I had to restart OBS because it wasn't detecting this freaking interface. There we go. Alright, we have a lot that we need to develop. And not all. Well, I guess it just depends on how much I want to sleep tomorrow or tonight, but oh well, we'll figure it out. I still don't understand how I screwed that up. Well, here, actually, hold on. The best way to get these kits actually would be to open up the test file before I screwed them up, and then copy them over, and then copy over, and then change the mod set. Or, the vest. Hey, Gondor, I'm doing alright. I'm gonna try to get 4 or 5 mission files done tonight, so I can then go back and work on other things like what I have for you. Wow, is the team leader actually just... It is just the SL, I bet. God damn it. Oh well. That might have been it. When I was selecting this line of medics, I accidentally selected the TLs too. Oh, god damn it. A Lego Minecraft crafting tournament. I could see that as working out, though, because Lego and Minecraft are actually a lot similar than you'd think. Wait. Is it just him? Oh, that's even funnier. Yeah, no, so it's just because I nicked that. When I guess I was trying to select that because he's the one with the missing... That's annoying. But his vest has been changed to an MVAB, right? Yeah. Bar to check medical. Yeah, so that's because of Alphas was the one nicked. That's great. All right, let's go ahead and start making appropriate changes here. So first thing is they got M72s added to each vehicle. So I'm gonna put 2. Because in Arma, that's the main thing. They usually just have 2 and they call it a day. We're gonna do the older ones though. And select them all, attributes, and switch things around. Hey, Jan, good morning. No, oh my god, I'm blanking. Check that. We've got the 2 laws in there. Perfect. Second thing they wanted was a drone kit. Is there not a battery? Like, inventory item? No, I could script one, but I am too lazy to do that. Welcome, Yellow. Alright. Give me, yeah. Alright, so they're green 4, so how do we do this? It would be LDF or AAF as the tags for the item in question. So first off, AR2 Darter AAF, because that one is CDLC. We don't really want to touch that. I'm debating, do I give him a spare? Yeah, I'll give him 2. That way, if one gets armored, I can just go, well, that's why you have the spare. The battery is going to be under items. If not items, then mags. All right. Each battery is 30 minutes. And then, well, no, plus the other one, so that should be enough for 2 hours per drone. But I'm only giving 1 terminal. I'm blanking on where that would... It might actually be in here. Yep, and then AF for green force set. Alright, and that rolls that forward. Hey, Charlotte, how you doing? And I'll just stick that over to the left. And those are the two things they bought. M72s for all the vehicles, and then the drone case. We can purge that, that, and that. And also purge all of that. I can take that, and I can put a flag there, there, and we did the little bonus thing I thought of for over there. Now how do I want to do the other objectives? Objectives in this AO. Probably some camps over here, maybe like a custom farm. What do I have in terms of plans? Do I have, what would it be called? Hemp or marijuana? Perfect. Do I even want to attempt to try to spell that? I could also do Oppie, but that one... That's heroin, but... The issue with these is... Oh, no, actually, I've got a good level right there. No, okay. Thinking about making some hidden farms over here on the side. But yeah, I'm going to bump the number of drugs up, probably to 25 and 50, and I'm just going to increase the amount I put per site. Because there's, I think, like 15 currently in each area. It's just, I also want to be careful about how much I actually show off, because I don't want anyone to metagame, but at the same time... I'm just going to put a disclaimer that says, hey, if you saw the stream and I catch you meta, and I'm going to kick your ass. Alright, let's go ahead and start building some random shit here. Oh god, that's... Maybe not CBRN shit, but, I mean... Maybe not in a biohazard container either. It's probably not the smartest thing to do. Yeah, so this will be another potential site. Like, this is just a stash warehouse. So... take that one out, and I'll use these two. And they're both going to have the same inventory, so I can just stick them both with money and then verify. I'll do 4 bills each. And then verify, just because sometimes that one interface doesn't copy over to every single item selected. See how it's blurred out like that? Checking that now copies it to both. Oh, that's why I check, because I've made that mistake before. Alright. And then that one... I'll have 4 guys in here to deal with that. I just did the wrong type of copy, but that's fine. Again, that's another thing I've been doing, is just to make sure that, you know, nothing accidentally goes over. I do want to put, like, a civilian truck in here. That's another thing we're going to have for intel is I need to set up like a convoy. Not really a convoy, but like a movement between areas here. Because some of these farms I want to be able to get processed. I'll remove that crate because I'm trying to use those for, you know, specifics. I just got to be careful with these higher end guys because it's really easy to... take them captive, but that's also kind of the point. Then we have this. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll do my best to try to read stream, but I'm also not the best at that when I'm trying to get like fully into mission dev. Yeah, this entire building needs to be blocked actually, because it's being even the front of it. There's like multiple bushes inside. Then we'll have to spawn test it to make sure it doesn't blow up, but let's uncheck that, and then make sure this is set to local. Yep, cool. Awesome possum. One year closer to being called a hag. Lovely. I'll spawn 10 MI-24s. I mean, that's not really the goal. Here, let me get some question marks and try to, like, rig this. We'll put something down there. We'll put 2 more groupings of camps down there. And then I'll need to find a good spot to make, like, a pseudo farm or something. And then the additional question marks, we'll set up oak range. Then how's the environment looking up here? We'll put something up on the ridge there. And that pretty much gives us the 4 question... Well, I mean, they only got 3, but yeah, that adds to it. I mean, I don't really need those 2. We can hit these later as part of a sweep, and then a final cleanup, and then whatever we get is whatever we get. And then there's a labeled Camp Bravo over here. I think there's like a hidden dependency on this map that adds additional buildings because they're clearly not here. Alright, then let's get to random ZEI templating here for random stash buildings. And then I might need to go copy a cargo container because this particular building doesn't always spawn a copy. Yep, that's fine. The heck? Oh. That's what's nice about these is we can, like, daisy chain intel. And they did grab a 4th guy, so one of these positions does need to be pre-revealed. I'll give him this site. I want to make one of these buildings another stash zone. The trick is removing the frontal sandbags, and then if I want, I can set up traps around it. Which, speaking of, we need to do bigger traps. So where are those aper bounding? But yeah, thinking to myself, this is gonna probably be... This is probably going to be at least an hour of dev. Here, no, I want there to be a divide so those barrels show like the maximum break off. Cool. Now what do we got in here? No container. That's fine. Ha. What do you have? Drugs or cash? Hell yeah. And since we're going to be doing it in higher numbers, I want to probably put this up. Money I'm going to keep in quantities of 4 or 5, but drugs I'll start putting up in, especially for the stash areas, we'll be putting in like 5, we'll use the 10. Oh, so let's see, items in there. Perfect. Now, how do 10 bales fit in that little container? Don't ask questions, consume product. Alright, cool. Stash those guys down there. We should be good on that stash site. And then do I want to set up a trap for this one over here? Because I'm pretty much making mini games. A little more. That should be good enough. Wait a minute. Is that... I was gonna shove like a few things of marijuana in there. Oh well. Alright, let's start grabbing random campsites. I'm totally gonna make like an SPG-9 Overwatch position or two. Speaking of, for my silly little autistic ass, they looted 3 of these and they wanted them rolled over, and I'm like, yeah, fine, whatever. And then that. All right, campsites. As long as I loaded, yes, I did. Cool. each of those is gonna need a manual addition. If they lower properly, which some aren't. There we go. Just a little worried on the angle. The SPG-9 might not be able to aim that, but we'll figure that out, I guess. Yeah, should be good enough. Helps if I can spell right and I go to the right section. There we go. What's it called then? Oh, box. Okay. Hey, Lethan. Well, so that's why when I work, I like to have either a stream going or I'll have a background video going. I don't focus on the video, I just use it as background noise. Because it helps, you know? Or maybe I'm just crazy. Because I just happen to have a lot of noise in my head sometimes, man. It sucks. Wait, what the fuck? That was weird. Well, yeah, and then we have both, where I stream, we have a little bit of background noise, but, I mean, this is just music, like, sometimes I'll just play a random... Honestly, whatever the heck comes up on my feed, to be honest. Random things about other countries, stuff going on with both candidates and political climate, any major issues going on, you know, that sort of junk. Yeah, ADHD brain. You know what's really sad, though? I'm in my late 20s. I only found out that that was a symptom of, like, ADHD, like, a year ago. Like, on accident. I'm like, oh. So I've just had this all my life, and that's what it's been. Oh weird. Anyway. Oops. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, so if I do 2 crates of 4, that means that total site will have 20, which is still more. Usually I shoot for 15, but I think that's fine. In theory, all of those should be usable. I could also use these wooden boxes. That could also work. Alright, and then I need to make new kits. I need to make some sort of command guy that looks like he's in charge. Like with aviators and a nice looking, official looking cap. I'll give him a squad leader icon. I'll kit him to be something like that, but it'll be like handgun only. I do love how I've been, you know, slowly adding to all of this. Making him more. Oh, he added 320s. Neat. Yeah, F it. We'll call them the White Hats. Something. Something like that, you know? They're like the local site managers. So now I can take a garrison of that. I can grab 2 of those guys, and that's our garrison. So let's say they capture one of these guys, then they get maybe the exact positioning of, you know, one of these camps. If they capture one of these guys, I mean, these guys are the guys that guard the random drop sites. If they capture one of these guys, maybe they get, you know, information on a dynamic world event. And then, you know, capturing one of these guys is the equivalent of those guys, or maybe it'll also lead to this, because that's meant to be like their elite unit. So I'm trying to make a system in my head of headcanon that, you know, follows the intel, now that it feels like it's a pretty good system to work with. And then I just need to work often enough with that system, or just write it down on my workstation channel to get it going. And then this guy, another prerequisite is he's always by the loot container. And then when you start seeing these guys, they'll do that. And of course, I'm not going to tell any of this to the player base. This will just be something they start to learn over time as we, you know, go deeper and deeper in this campaign, and this stuff just keeps coming up. And that's how you just dynamically world build on test build after test build. And then this is a hint to, you know, one of those events I was talking about earlier, if we just have a bunch of loot in a truck. And again, the tough part about this AO is I really don't want to do active minefields, because the AI will step on them. Because the AI are the AI. Yeah, but here's the thing. I debated that. Don't get me wrong, like putting some civs to like process the drugs themselves, because, you know, who would be doing that? But I mean, with what happened at the end of the op today, where they started interrogating random civvies, and I tried to give them like a little bit of intel, but stuff they already knew, so it didn't really matter. I don't want to get into that habit, because I only have, like, there's only so much I can do. If that makes any sense. Like, I would start needing actors instead, and I don't... That's even more work on top of what I already have planned, because, you know, tonight I want to add an intel system, which actually is what I'm doing right now. But I also want to add a VIP/bounty system for high-value targets, which... Actually, it's a mix of high-value targets and high-value informants, but, you know. And the rest we can just throw on patrols there. And then here we can do just a hard point. Okay, I'm curious. If I throw these off and then I do ZEI templating, what happens? What the fuck? Nothing, apparently. Alright, well, I'll just take the stuff then, thanks. Yeah, it goes into the ground. Not what I wanted, but fine. Game's like, you can't do things to make it easier for you. Oh, well. Yeah, we're already 30 minutes in, and yeah, this is gonna take more than an hour, actually. God damn.
Send in Go
Oh, no.
Team 6.
It's a tsunami.
Now.
Evening, everyone.
Hey, Tsunami Wave, thanks for the 34-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh, it actually grouped it all together. Thank you. Alright. Get rid of the launchers and weapon crates. I don't want to give the wrong idea. I'll be right back with 1 second. Alright, cool. You forgot your line and reverted to an NPC from 2006 that just reverted. That just repeated his lines. How about that? Don't really need those sandbags since it's kind of floating out here. Same with that, we can just get rid of the outer sandbags there. Otherwise, how you all doing tonight? I think after this, if I'm feeling it, I gotta grab some empty bottles and then work on racking some bottles of alcohol. Here, I'm gonna start prepping here. We're gonna do cocaine in this location. Two boxes of 4, 1 box of 8. And then a box of 4 or 5 money, depending on my mood. Yeah, exactly. I can do minefield. Anyone can do minefield. You just have to get rid of their freaking ability to walk around. disable their path or their move, and then you're golden. Because otherwise, they can and they will run onto it, man. Hey, Crafty Muscle, thanks for the raid of 4. What were you doing? I'll do 10 in that one. Currently, I'm working on a massive night of mission dev. Only 30 minutes in, but this is the first of, I think, 3 or 4 files I want to work on. Oh, we're just listening to the StarCraft room in the background. And to get them out of simple object, I do Alt, hold Alt, left Alt and my thumb, and then hit the S button. Nope, that one doesn't have the option to open. I could theoretically put them in these drawers, but... And then the desk too, but I don't want to nitpick that hard. Did I already put a crate of money in here? Oh boy, I can't remember. Yeah, I think this building's empty. I'm gonna do 3 and 3 for the money. That way it's in both buildings. Cool. Reforger with Trooper. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I'm on break from the 506 because I do not want to deal with Reforger. I'm giving it another 9 months to a year. Trying to execute all I want with Arma 3 first. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm seeing that they're adding a bunch of crazy shit all the time. Mods are going in full swing, good for it, but, you know. Just when I tried to get into it again, I just kept running into bugs, and then arsenals breaking or kits breaking, and it's like, nope, you gotta go all the way, you gotta build it all again. It's like, it's like playing Arma 3 with an arsenal system that's a combination of that new inventory mod, the better inventory mod, but it's like in arsenal form, so you have to go into every single thing individually and add items. And then there's no save button. And then when you're making missions, there isn't a mission editor. You just do it all in Zeus, and it reminds me of the good old... I don't know why I call it the good old days. It's not the good old days. The old frickin' beginning shitty days when we worked under Luton 09. And we had to wait around for at least 45 minutes at a minimum. I think the longest time was an hour and a half of literally doing nothing. And then he would make a Zeus mission that, I'm gonna be honest, would take me 20 minutes to build in Zeus, but I could build the entire mission file, kits for the player base and all, and ace settings in 45 minutes. Sorry, that was a bit of a personal rant. I mean, the silver lining back then, though, was while I was waiting around for that mission, I just socialized with what was Potato Squad back then. Or I would do my fucking classwork. I think I wrote an entire essay one time. Literally like an 8-page essay with, I think, 7 or so citations in an evening because, like, an hour was spent waiting for one mission and then another 35 minutes was spent waiting for the follow-up mission. Like, God, I was bored that night. And it sucked, too, because the first mission, we spent, like, more time waiting around for it, and then I think I was either I was a squad leader, and I recommended to the ground command, we can just blitz this. Because he completely, like, overcomplicated it and tried to make it this super stealthy op, but then told us if we get detected, like, immediately shit hits the fan. So it's like, why don't we just try to do it stealthy, because otherwise he's gonna bitch. And then when he... you know, pulls the wool out of our... I don't remember how they say that, but when he basically throws the rug over us or whatever, we immediately have 3 squads that can just blitz on the VIP that he's going to quote-unquote rush out of the AO. So that's exactly what we did. We had one squad try to stealth it. This was in Tanoa. We were supposed to grab a guy. The guy immediately got RC'd when one gunshot went out. He ran out in a vehicle, air spotted the vehicle, told the 3 cars, like the 3 squads, where he was going, and then we just chased him down. And it was funny because the guy in the air stated when the vehicle randomly stopped, because that's when Luton stopped remote controlling it. And then I remember watching back on his stream, he's like, wait, shit, they're still following me. And then we just ran up, shot the tires, forced him to get out of the car. And then he still tried to pull a gun on us, so we shot him, and then Luton chastised us for shooting him, and it wasn't me. I forget who gave him an earful after that, but by then that was when I started taking power in that community, way back when. Because that's when Luton started being a bit more of a dick, but I get it. If you're going for content, you're trying to do certain things, I get that, you know, you can have your own way of wanting to do things and whatnot, but there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. The right way is how I do it nowadays, with the pay for pain aspects, or just making a judgment call. Example being, I mean, today's op, the previous iteration of this mission, where I shot 2 dudes and mag dumped their faces. So I'm like, ah, shit. So I immediately cable tied them and healed them, because it was a 1-life op, and we just had a fun little roleplay interaction instead. Y'all got to see me be bloodthirsty, and they didn't, you know, lose a point off of the training docket, and they were promptly rescued after I mag dumped another guy in the face and almost got a 4th guy. If only Luton was that cool. I still remember, yeah, the rug out from your feet or wool over your eyes, but I still remember when Luton Zeused a mission for the 506th. And I remember hearing after the fact how dog shit it was. I'm just kind of sitting here like, yeah. I think, if I recall correctly, Dreadnought is part of the 506. I forget what his other handle is, but yeah. I heard it was basically a mortar fest on a community that does not work with mortars, or at least against mortars, in the way that Luton did them, especially towards the tail end of his prime, where he would only give like 1 ranging shot and then immediately rain hell on you. Ugh. I still remember when he pulled that on us the first time, and the sheer amount of bitching and debrief, he actually just left the team speak. After he tried to defend it and everyone told him he was an asshole for it, and he just left, and it was like, alright. Yeah. Back in the day. And then this is a farm, right? So we're doing cocaine, so let me get the poppies. And then I'll make 1 or 2 more things, and then I gotta, or, yeah, no, 2 more cash zones. Then we'll go from there. Do I have a scarecrow? I thought I did. Oh, well. Yeah, there she is. Just 1 word, that's why. Arma 4 or GTA 6? I'm gonna be honest, both are in development. Even if Bohemia will officially say it's not in development, that's just a lie to state that it's under Reforger, which I guess technically by definition they're correct, but Reforger is literally just going to be what Arma 4 is. It's just the test bed for it, which is smart. I mean, they're betting everything on a new engine. Yeah. I don't know. Personally, I'm not excited for GTA 6. I'm not excited for Elder Scrolls 6. I'm not really excited for Arma 4. Because Reforger still has a long ways to go, in my opinion. But, you know, I guess everything will get there when it gets there. Or it won't. Who the hell knows? Let's make another ZEI stash house trap. Because they're fun. these. I don't know. I think as an entity, Liru the Lance Corporal, I think, is past its prime, and especially in terms of the YouTube algorithm and growth. I might be able to extend it by doing some TikTok stuff, but at the same time, I'm too busy with my own work to really go through with that. What I've been doing to artificially extend my life is, you know, work with DayZ and pay for pains, and that's been able to get me still what I've needed to do in life. I'm just looking for a crate to utilize right now. I can't find one. Let me go ahead and grab this. But I think my next thing to chase is probably going to be something more of a variety channel for IRL stuff. Gardening, brewing, all that other fun stuff, but I gotta take care of a lot of Arma 3 stuff first, and hopefully by the end of the month I can start chasing some of those opportunities, but I'm gonna be honest, algorithm-wise, I think there's only 1 or 2 channels that are growing off of Arma 3 right now, and that's Raptor. No, actually, I think it's just Raptor right now. No, that's the second one. Yep, and Karma Cut. I couldn't remember. But those are the only 2 I can think of. And again, not to say that there's not others. I think there are others. It's just those are the only 2 major ones that I can think of at the moment. Oh, yeah, no, I agree. If Arma 3 got an Infusion engine upgrade or an Unreal engine upgrade, it would increase the lifespan of this game by another 10 years. Raptor, Rubik's Raptor. Right? God, am I blanking on Jay's fucking username now? Oh my god. Wait, I keep track of... Actually, no, that's a lie. I occasionally look into other people's channels, I want to say once a month, just to see how they're doing, because I realized that when Soviet Womble got super popular, we had a massive increase in players. So as long as there are large channels funneling new people in, I will continue to be able to maintain a 20 to 30 person operation any day of the week, any time slot I want style community, or a 40 to 100 person co-op op with other communities of like-minded people, which is everything I could want for this game. And then I can still commentate on, you know, anywhere from 60 to 250 player Arma 3 PvP, and I can still run any wild and crazy idea on a workshop that Bohemia does not have 100% control off of, and there's other third-party methods for me to bring in mods that Bohemia doesn't want people to see, like Fallout and Starship Trooper and all that stuff, and I'm not going to piss anyone off if I do that. AK, what I'm trying to say is I can do whatever I want with this video game and make a living off of it. And I'm happy about that. You know, who wouldn't be? But, you know, that will eventually come to an end one day, and that's going to be when, I think Raptor and Karma Cut move off of Arma 3, which I don't think is going to be anytime soon, but it will happen one day. So, you know, enjoy everything while we got it. And eventually I'll be moving on to do something else as well. Still doing Arma here and there, but I just gotta follow where the YouTube income goes, you know? But we'll see. That's the wrong guy to put in here. Whoops, I put... Yeah, no, he's... in my own little headcanon, he's not supposed to be there. It's because I copied these 2 when I meant to copy 2 others. I'll grab one of these guys instead. Whoops. Milk the cow till it runs dry. Exactly, Ollie. I'll see how you doing, buddy. Hundreds, I'm assuming. Yeah, and then Digby. Digby's more of a variety streamer now. Still makes good missions. Though his are a little more on the hardcore side. And I guess that's part of... I'm very selective when it comes to what I like to play. Don't get me wrong, I like playing Digby's missions. It's just... In Arma, I either like super hardcore settings, like what I get in Stillwater Security Solutions, or I like it where I can literally, if I really wanted to, I can be the deciding force multiplier on the map as an infantryman. Because I do like that, you know, that power fantasy. Who doesn't? I'd say any male gamer, even female gamers like that, you know? Digby's ops are really great at the logistics of taking like a double platoon or company level element and putting it in a warfare simulation that is even. Where if people aren't all pulling their weight, you can get absolutely fucked very quickly. And I like that. It's just not my go-to, if that makes any sense. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's why Vietnam is one of, if not my favorite thing to Zeus, because it's very easy to make that style of operation, and it's fun as hell. Yeah, Milsim, I mean, that's also why I like the 506's version of Milsim. Since I know what I'm doing... Mod milk meat moo milk. Okay. Jesus Christ, I wish I didn't read chat. But, you know, that's why I like the 506, where if I actually am paying attention and on my A game and not doing stupid shit, I'm good. You know, like I can have a lot of fun because there's not really any other game out there that delivers that. Wait, no, you're an idiot. Hold on. Oh my god, you freaking bellend. I accidentally copied the wrong kit, and now I'm blanking on... Hold on. Yeah, it's supposed to be the other way around. God damn it. Selection glitch. But now he needs to be set as an Op4 unit because I deleted the wrong unit. Jesus, I can't talk and work at the same time. I get too easily distracted. And here's the thing, that's why I honestly think Luton became so popular back in the day, is because he understood that, but he still made things challenging. But once you understood the meta, you could do a lot. And I'm going to be honest, he nerfed a lot of things because I quickly understood how to balance everything. And then when he would make a change like no more Titan launchers, I'd go, okay, bet, let's take the RPG-32 and just range that bitch out with a laser designator. And then when he took those away, then he would still spam us with the same amount of vehicles. We're like, we can't do anything, dude. Like, what are you doing? Because that was back when the Maz wasn't a thing in Arma. I think the Maz, it came with, that came with the tank update. Have I Zeused for any units outside of the 506? Oh yeah, plenty. Speaking of, Revy's community, the 31st Steel Legion, that's a 40k unit. We're going to pick that up again in the, I think, second week of November. Still Zeusing for Hellfire, but if you're asking if I've Zeused for any milsims recently, that would be a better question. The answer is no. And that's because most milsims usually stick with their own people. But even then, unless they were paying me, actually it goes for everyone, I don't do any free Zeusing anymore unless it's for favors or for other things that I require. But milsim Zeusing, after working with 506 Secret Squirrel for a long time, and that's on break now, after working with Karma Cut for over a year, I just don't have an interest in it. Because it's all the same. And it's very rigid with its formula. Naturally, I'm going to put a priest in. Because who wouldn't? Alright, in all seriousness though, I need some VIP ideas. I have that helicopter pilot I hinted at in the previous mission. I have that one CEO guy that got away, who's just like a major player. I got a priest because why not? Give me some ideas, guys. If you were to run a Mexican cartel, who would you want to be your top lieutenants? Lieutenants, Jesus. Lieutenants. Can't English. Hey, Resky, how you doing? I'm gonna be honest, Luton used to run really good ops for what was back in the day, because in 2016, like, corrupt police chief, I like that. Yep, yeah, no, that's perfect. Like, he used to do really good stuff, but then he just started bending too much into chat. I guess he got bored with editing the generic standard stuff, and he took things in a way that, you know, he wanted to make things more interesting. Unfortunately, he should have just kind of consulted with us, because we could easily give him some good content, but he just didn't want to work with us. Here's the thing, like, this is more of a hit list, though. So it's hard for me. I guess we can say he, oh my god, I did it again, motherfucker. We could say he's quote-unquote been retired, and now he gives his expertise to the cartel. I think that is a way we write that in. Army Commander, I'm not going to do it for this side, but we'll see. Would you Zeus for me if I gave you a chocolate bar? Demon Rider, if it was the Willy Wonka chocolate bar with a golden ticket, absolutely. Morphine addict rolling around with syringes. That's funny, but no. The cartel lawyer. Ooh. Yeah. And if you just happen to see him... Yeah, it could work. No gun. I can do the earpiece, but the aviator's got to go. And then he needs, like, a business suit. Yeah. I would have to tie in his lore. Well, here's the thing, like, infrastructure-wise... Like, if it's someone integrated in the system, like a mole, like a corrupt police chief or an army commander, if the government knew about it, they would immediately take care of it. I'm thinking more like, you know, people tied to the family itself that play key roles. Like the businessman intermediary is this guy, for example. And same thing with the mayors or chiefs. If they were known to be corrupt, then they would just immediately grab them, you know? A banker would be interesting, like a money launderer. Well, at the same time, I mean, this is 5. Like, that's already good enough for the remaining AO we have in here. One of them's going to definitely be in one of these 2 big areas. And then the other 4, I mean, we're just going to tie with custom events. Right, and that's exactly what I'll be doing, though, like with the cargo containers we have up here, is like running that around. But here, now I need to take little headshots of everybody. And then a close one. I'm just going to go back on the recording and go on these. And then while I'm doing that, let me just attributes. Let me just pathing lock these people. And then this guy will be the, you know, the guy that either drives the truck around or, you know, he handles the deals. That's why he was in the previous thing to, you know, deal with some of the stuff. This guy, corrupt corrupt priest that, you know, uses his network of churches, blah, blah, blah. The higher church authority over him, the bishop or whatever. They can't pin anything on him, but, you know, if we catch him, we can deal with him and interrogate him. Retired police chief, blah, blah. He's a little too white and blonde for this, but, I mean, it's Arma Faces. I'm not going to fix it. Retired police chief that now works as a security officer for the cartel. And then this guy who does lawyer shit. A doctor would also be interesting. But again, we're going to be moving to another map, so I'll be changing the VIP list and whatnot. But I think 5 for what we have right now is a good call. Because I'm also thinking, you know, we could have a sniper, we could have a doctor, we can, like, do local trainings, we can have a certain type of subclass, like this guy, that, you know, run vehicles or whatnot. So it's different vehicles, but if they notice the PID, they can try to stop it. But, you know, like, everything like that, we can slowly add to that. Do some of them have Middle Eastern hats? Yes. Like the turbans. And the reason is, I got lazy. The reason is I got lazy. Oh, I'd also love to make, like, a dockyard and run boats. I'll add that as my last one. If I can find that one. It's a boathouse, right? Come on, where are you? Yes. We can run narco subs in here. Can this be ZEI templated? Curious. Yep. It's registering it, but it doesn't have anything. Okay. That is definitely gonna have these guys. But, I mean, for this, it's gonna take one of those site managers to kind of give that position away. And now I'm gonna make a super intricate trap with it. I know what I'm gonna do. Because it's a freaking narco sub, man. That stuff's important. Look at that auto mod triggering. Here, because on paper makes it a lot easier, and then they auto sync. That's a little too far out. I'm gonna put them there instead. And it's like once you start getting in the forest. Like I said, I make mini games for these little positions because it's adorable. Oh, it's okay. You can keep trying, bots. Looks like Automod's finally catching up with your BS. What a shame. Well, because here's the added bonus. It's a loot crate. That was the wrong section. No, God, no, we already have that in the sub. I'm just gonna do it as a loose inventory item. That's a lot of money. Oh, this needs to be lowered. Oh, it's on a different rotation. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll stick to that. You can just enhance climate too. Oh, hydrate. Anyway, let me deal with some of these. Alright, cool. Sorry. Bunch of bots came in. Alright, that should close things out for this mission file. Let me quickly look back and see if there was any other feedback other than that. For this one, no. Alright, cool. Alright.